Such a beautiful day here on campus. Building nursing school here. The buds on the trees coming out. Beautiful day. And everybody is on campus today. Every single person. I just ran into a couple of old students of mine. It's great. Look at all the activity over there. It's too noisy over there. So I think I'm going to do my daily doxa video right here with the beautiful tree in the background. And I haven't done one in a couple of days. I've just been busy. I have a big writing deadline. So I'm going to Qatar for the first annual Qatar Argumentation Conference at the end of the month. And that is very exciting to me, but I have to finish the paper in like a week. Unfortunately, the paper is about ideas I think about a lot. The question is, if debate is a game, what kind of game is debate? And that's the title of my paper. What kind of game, or what sort of game is debate? But more about that as we get closer to time. I'm still working on it. I'm going to write about it mostly tomorrow, I think. Coming to campus tomorrow, so it'll be a good time to grade and work on that. And this is nice. You get to see my hair blow around in the breeze. Lucky you. My last video was about our professors and is public intellectualism the reason why the university's dying? And the answer is no, because I don't think professors are intellectuals. I think they are scholar teachers. That's not necessarily an intellectual. I want to talk about a different take on that question of why the universities are suffering or why universities are going down. It's not the lack of public intellectualism, it's a lack of basics. So I'm going for a walk around campus. What am I doing going for this walk through campus? What am I accomplishing? Seeing things, having experiences, maybe getting some exercise. But at the end of that walk, I'm going to be right back in my office, ready to do some things again. Did it improve my work ethic? Did it improve my ability or my desire to do the work I need to do today? Did it contribute to my mental and physical health? What did it do? What was I doing when I took that walk? I think we think of the classroom and about the classes that we require undergraduates to take primarily as depositing valuable information into people, depositing incredibly valuable and important information they need to be able to do a job or to have a particular degree. And maybe the reason the university is unsuccessful is this is not thought of as a process, or the university is under threat. I guess the university is still successful, but it's under threat because we don't think of this as a process. Maybe the classroom should be a lot more like taking a walk or taking a hike. What are the purposes of hiking and walking? Maybe that's the metaphor to think about. So a course is maybe a walk through in multiple meanings of that. A walk through as in a guide of here's what's out there, here's what you can do in this field or with this subject. Because a lot of us teach subjects that are across a number of different fields. They're not just owned by one particular scholarly identity, which is good. I don't think any particular field or question should be owned by a discipline completely. I think it's unhealthy to think of it territorially that way. But maybe the walkthrough could be like, as a sociologist, as a historian, here's what has been said and what can be said about these things. And you walk the students through it. So rhetoric courses, you walk them through different kinds of speaking, different ways to speak, different questions of what's support, what's evidence, how to understand your audience. But maybe teaching in general is just a walk through. And that process, that movement through a bunch of information is the way to think about it. Instead of, here's everything, you need to take it with you. I need to test you on your ability to hold that in your head. Maybe that's the wrong way to go. So that might be the real challenge to it, is people get to a class and they're like, what is the value of this? This seems just like memorization. This seems like a info dump. What's the value here? There's no personality. I was just talking to two of my old students. They're like, there's no personality in my classes. We should go through the material. We're just dumping the material. We take notes on the material, test it on the material. That's not a journey or a process where one can walk through. I walk this campus a number of times. I see different things every time I do it. And if I see the same things, where I am in life and my thinking brings me to a new understanding of that. So maybe we ought to model our classes after the walk or the hike. I think I have a lot more to say about this, but I'll have to wait until another episode. But I'll leave you with the idea of the National Park Ranger in the United States, who can give you the map and help you and show you where to go, but the walking is yours. They can talk to you about the monuments and the natural phenomena you're going to see, but that experience is yours. They can't do it for you, and they can't tell you what kind of experience to have. They can just lead you there and walk you through show you where the trails are and walk with you, give you some narration about what you're looking at. But ultimately that experience is yours, and it requires you to move through a known quantity, a boundaried area that has been marked and understood as having certain important features. The important feature you might take with you is a tree you see that really reminds you of someone, or a flower, or a bird, or something on the trail that catches your attention and your curiosity. It might not be the major features of why people come to that national park. Those are great. Those are what most people come for, and people have written and said things about that. You need to know about those things to understand the park and its context, but what you might take away from it that's most important for your understanding would be some incidental element on the journey. And I think a list of major features that one memorizes the facts about is not a way to experience and know that boundaried area, i.e. that field, if you're following my metaphor. So that's where I'll leave you today. I was in the beach. I didn't do one since I came back from South Carolina. But maybe I should do some more of these. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I don't know. Maybe I should plan them out a little bit more. This seems a little off the cuff, but I just taught for 3 hours, so maybe that's it too, is a little fatigue. Plus it's hot out here. It's like 87 degrees here today in Queens, which is pretty crazy for it to be that hot. It's like summertime temperatures. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be posting another one of these tomorrow, I think, maybe from the office. We'll see.